Well, I want to say welcome again, and also congrats on the big launch. It was an amazing drop and reveal as well too for the whole process, and I'm sure we'll chop it up and get into it as well. But yeah, I guess you want to give a quick intro for yourself, Fernando?
So yeah, so as you know, I am MGXS, Fernando. So I am a 3D artist and a generative artist, and I've been doing 3D for like 12 years now, just crazy stuff, and I've been transitioning to like find my own niche and my own like stuff, like kind of always had this drive to find my path and find my my own thing. And the latest thing is like I'm doing tons of robots. I call them robots, beings. It's just like I want to do. I thought that I want to do something that is massive in scale and then possible to do. And I'm quite happy that I did it.
Yeah, and awesome. And like some of the things that you did that was pretty interesting with the drop that I was just like mind blown was allowing them 10 opportunities to kind of be able to re-roll by just using metadata. So it was like we didn't even have to waste gas on it, but kind of also not revealing the traits in the beginning, just having them look at the art piece and see which ones like resonates with them. I think that was like a really revolutionary thing that we haven't seen within the space.
Yeah, this is thanks to the guys from the artifact who support me on this. Really, this wouldn't be possible without them. Like in this on the tech area and everything. So yeah, for me it was something I'm doing I did like 20K images, and I narrowed down to 13 3T3 images. So I was like, look how I can invite people to really see this, because for me usually the review would be the it should have been like the best part of the minting is cool, but the review is like where you like get to know the artwork at the end, like what you're actually buying it. So for me it was kind of depressing to really like just refresh the metadata on OpenSea. It was like, oh man, I don't mind to be this way. So and then yeah, the second thing is like how can I start to show the scale. So I thought like, yeah, the best thing would be give people choice, if they could see and find what really they like. For me would be it's like a win-win for both, and yeah, and then I choose this way to go. I felt like we can go from like you have a seed, and then you can narrow to 10, and then when you go to see like the entire collection, you're gonna see like that is like a massive, like it's kind of like you go in this you just landed of on another planet. You see like, oh my god, there's like hundreds of like, this is crazy, like I mean, I did like for each one, I went through each one and saw like in their eyes if like they were alive, and that's like, and for me I did like this like 3 or 4 times, and my brain was like, oh, there's so much stuff, but I mean it's something I had to do it, and I'm glad that I did. But like it's just this massive scale, like for me it was like, this is like I mean, I don't know. Like, I just like I want to do like thing like this way, like massive, like.
Yeah, then also
Yeah.
with it as well, it's like a lot of people were like me and Justin personally were minting them, and we're like, okay, this one, I like this one, I like this one, but just being able to kind of see the different pieces, like right when you're doing the minting process, it's kind of going like, okay, like what are you going for? And like everyone's different, someone's like, oh, I want to go for the rarity, and no rarity is released, so it's kind of like, you don't know which one you're getting. It's just kind of like in the I would say like the artwork is basically like if that individual likes it, then
Mhm.
they would keep it.
yeah, and also like it's something, you know, like kind of I made my selection, what I think is the best, and we together narrowed this down to like to a big collection that what everyone kind of like we build it together, you know, in a sense is like I did the artwork, but you select like what is the thing to be in the collection. And on the attributes and stuff, I think is just like yeah, like pushing people to focus on like on what they really like, because you know it's kind of like for me it's the same thing as like you know, you can pursue a job that's like pay you well, but maybe it doesn't fulfill you, you know. So for me it's something like that, you know, like I, for example, I love like cheap ice cream, and I don't care like for the expensive ones. It's just like I like this one in particular, you know. So I mean, I guess a lot of people get lost on this on the like what is rare or what is not, and doesn't find anything that what they really like. So that's why I also like show like choose this like showing like 10. So I think it's like fair number to find like something that you like. And yeah, I think it's a quite a crazy journey, like just crazy, really crazy.
Yeah, Fernando, this is Joe. I had a lot of fun in the review, a ton of fun. If you gave me 100 choices, I would probably went through 100 and ended up with the final one. I called it fate, the one that I chose. I wish there was a back button, but I guess that's part of the process of burning and going to the next one. But I just want to let you know I truly enjoyed it. And for me, I'm a person coming into NFTs and art being the pioneering movement for NFTs. I really quite enjoyed that because I don't collect art prior to NFT. So this is my first exposure to art, and your NFT project is one of the first that really walked me through a process that made me think like, okay, what do I like? What do I enjoy? And I liked all of them. I have to go back, and thankfully I recorded. I'm gonna have to screenshot. Well, I can't screenshot. I have to be happy with the one that I got. But my question to you is: has NFTs changed your perspective of art now that NFTs has applied, you know, utility and different types of mechanisms to it, or is it pretty much the same of when you started this journey?
No, it's not the same. So you know, like just imagine like doing this like this is not possible, you know, like on the traditional art world, nobody gonna do like something like, yeah, you can like find what's gonna be in the collection, or like I think NFTs is like and also like I mean there's that new audience out there that is, you know, like has a different relation with art, and look for different type of art, you know, like I love like stuff for like 15th century, like it looks pretty, like it's amazing, you know, like but there's kind of like no one playing games, you know, like it belongs to that particular moment. And I think this thing belongs to our particular moment as well, like because, you know, like the extension, the quite crazy amount of stuff, you know, like the possibilities in the technology, like is so I mean what I'm trying to say is like it's kind of like would be weird to like you know, drive a like to ride a horse now, you like in a sense to go to work, for example, you know, like you go by car, by train, by metro, like whatever is like this is are the options right now. We don't have like flying cars, for example, like really like to everyone, so we don't use it. So that, you know, like, so what you have on technology is this, and you use the technology that we have. And I think it really changes a lot of stuff. Of course there's always like people against it, but I think is because it's a big change, you know, like it's a big change, and no one's want to change anything most of the time. So but the same as like internet, kind of like at some point you can't fight against it. It's just like slowly building up, and yeah, it's not something that you can succeed fighting against it. Like you can like find your way of like participate in space, but I guess it's not possible to not like, no, this doesn't exist or whatever.
Yeah, I'd say the process was fun, and what happened though is like I was on my Twitter timeline, and I started seeing some of the ones that I passed on. I was like, oh no, what did I pass on? A crazy thing. So it was really cool seeing that experience, but seeing also that somebody else picked it too. That I think that was an awesome experience. That a friend actually picked up and passed through something that I went through and passed, but I ended up collecting something that I liked as well too. So.
Now, you know how this is crazy for me, because I had the same feeling when it's actually it's just me who do everything, and like I have a friend of mine that helps me or like managing, because like it's so many things like but I do everything basically. I take care of every single detail of everything. So what we realize is that like you kind of like remember the ones, like, so it means that it's kind of alive in a sense, because if you can remember, is imagine like for example, I would say like punks, you can remember the traits and like the combination of traits, but they don't have like a really facial expression or like I'm not saying that's not cool, it's cool, but for me it was really crazy to like, whoa, you can really remember, you can really save a space in your brain to not every single one, but like a lot of them, like and for me it's crazy, like so it means that it did their thing in touching your brain and like letting a trail there.
It did. It touched it for me, and I named them. I named one Mr. Strawberry Face, and the last one that I got is Mr. Jagged Teeth. And this leads me to my next question. One, I'm going to go back and buy Strawberry Face if he exists out there, because there's going to be 3,333 designs that have been seen that we can't buy, right? And maybe hopefully you could release them down the road. So the question is, I see a lot of artists do this, Murakami being one of them. I don't believe there's IP rights for this particular collection. I, for one, because I named my NFT Mr. Jagged Teeth, I would love to create a derivative story of it, a comic. Is there a reason that artists don't release IP rights? How do you see that in the new NFT world? Is that a new kind of idea that people are embracing, or is it just a personal reason for yourself?
I think this is a thing like that is kind of like, because a lot of people are willing to play with. I guess it's like so new, like not maybe for, at least for me, it's like a super new concept of like owning like the IPs of something, that is still a lot of noise, what really means in a sense, and what really like what you plan to do, and like what is the extension, and like I think this is something we kind of need to go is a bit slower and see, like because it's something that could we don't know like what could go wrong. We know the benefits of having owning the IPs and everything, but we don't know what could go wrong. So on that, for me, I'm more like let's see how it goes, like what it is, like and for me, there's so many new things right now that kind of like if you as a GNSS, you can go back. So we need to be really careful, like on our choices, because it affects the future, and it and you can go back and change it.
Yeah, and also another interesting one too. It's like, I think it was like 6,238 of my children has found their souls, and it's like another another type of a piece of artwork. Now, it's kind of like it looks. Well, I'm speculating. I know you know the answer, but it looks like it's growing and it's becoming like more. The figure's coming alive and starting to evolve. So yeah, like for me, my question is like for the initial inspiration, the original inspiration that you had with it, and now that you're seeing that the community is taking really, really, really great liking to this, do you see more of it kind of like evolving over time into like different subset items, or will kind of like the original one just blossom?
So yeah, I mean, again, I can't go forward without touching this base though. So I've been working on the system to produce these like for 4 years now. Like it's something that is like it's not that I've been 4 years doing these things. It's like I did this in 6 months. So, but it took me like 4 years to be able to generate everything. Like I basically every single one I never touched it. So it's not that I did, like I build the system, the rules, and the computer does it, like for me. And I just like select, because some of them like are broken, like they don't come out like alive, for example. But is a I mean, if you think that I did everything without no one ever asked me to do anything. Like I was wake up 5 a.m. to like try to crack this out, like how I can create this, like I have this vision of creating like this like massive universe of like how can I be able to do it, like, and I was building the tools and yeah, I mean the name tells everything is just the beginning. So I mean, I not want to say like much because it's kind of like people think, I guess, it affects the floor price and this kind of stuff. So kind of like I prefer to like save these for myself. So once we drop, we all like know, like it's the same as the collection itself. Like no one knew like about much, like and then you see and you say, oh yeah, it's like he's this size, there are these ideas and this thing, like and I prefer to do things this way because I need to be like I need space, and this fresh space where I can walk and find like where's the gold is to bring to the surface, otherwise there's like too much noise and a kind of like mislead to different places that doesn't have anything. So I just gonna keep digging forever. It's my thing to keep digging in trying to find cool stuff, like it's what I do. Like I can't my whole life was structured in order to like to keep it doing this crazy stuff.
The chat's like, oh, give me the alpha. But you guys got to remember that whenever you guys get alpha, it's literally like when they release it, you want to have it to where it's not people
the
ask for
alpha is just Genesis. That's
yes,
it. That's
yes.
it.
I'm
There you go.
buying 10 more.
That's it.
I'm gonna go get 10 more right now.
That's it. Everybody's asking. That's the alpha. I gotta get the Genesis seeds. Awesome. Yeah, I think we're getting some other questions here. Let's see here. Obviously, the community is super super excited as well too. I guess one question, I don't know if up to you want to answer, but people are suspecting or just seeing in the Genesis seed code, they see monolith written in it as well too. Do you have any comments on that, or you want to share?
So basically, this I have no comments on that, but it was like like a typing mistake. You can believe on that.
I don't think it's a mistake.
Yeah, see, the community digs deep whenever they love a project or loves everything. They dig really, really deep, and
that's crazy. That's crazy. I was like, there was people like knowing what I bought, like knowing everything like about me. I was like, wow, that's crazy. No, but
they
it's
start
true.
tracking everything.
It seems like they are doing their research, so they can see like I have nothing to worry, and like all my work is there. So yeah, I will keep working and forever. I love to work. Basically, I love to work.
Let's see, Michael, you have any other questions there? I think one other questions too, I guess, is like for the I guess some for the either like species and traits or like the different letterings as well too. I guess is there is that something we have to discover throughout, or I guess like is there anything you can share on the thought process between either like the species or some of the traits that we're seeing as well too, for some of the for the Genesis?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this I was kind of like holding to, more to after, because I mean, it's not something, to be honest, I think that's not something people should be like really like should not care that much about it. In my mind, it's something like there is like a 5 like main attributes that kind of like gonna keep shifting in a sense, like for each specific species. It's kind of like how can I say that, you have like kind of, it's kind of like, it's not like a 2D space, like it's like a 3D space, like of rarity in a sense, like you can find like stuff from here or there, but we gonna know just like when everything is like reviewed. So
After, yeah.
yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't think I don't think it doesn't make any difference for right now, like I think once everything is like once we close the collection, then we're gonna know everything clearly, more clear is gonna be. So that's for me as well, like I don't know, like I set the boundaries, but whatever happens inside these boundaries, like I have no control, like.
Yeah, like I like how they have like species and subspecies. So people are like going crazy. They're like speculating. I'm like, dude, just pick the one that you like, or you want to purchase the one you like, and then later on, down the road, like there's more to uncover. This is the Genesis. It's the beginning.
Or it's like it's our stories to tell, right? I think that's what it says.
Yeah.
What we make it of it.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of like like you have different species. Some species has like many subspecies. Some species doesn't have any. It's kind of like like subsets, and these subsets, they are kind of like they can relate with different ones. It's pretty complex, so it doesn't make any sense trying to understand this right now for my own perspective. The only thing that you can I guess try to find is just like there's different supply for different species, like same as nature. If you go outside, there's like a different amount of like pigeons, there's a different amount of tigers, like the same thing.
Yeah, and I think there's like I think last time, at least it was like a day or two, we checked. There's some species, it seems like they're, if we are going by like the full letter reveal, if there's some letters missing. So maybe there might be some hidden species out there that just haven't been either pulled, super rare, or nobody just picked them, and that could be just through people's selection as well too, what they're gravitating towards too. So I guess yeah, like what Fernando said, is just all will be revealed at the end, and be patient and find the stuff that you like, and then the community will go forward there, I think.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this is like an art project, like we kind of like, I guess you had the experience yourselves, like so you can tell that maybe you can sell the GNSS, but you can sell the experience. The experience will be yours forever, so
Yeah.
this is my point as well on this. And also like you, even if you want something, only you is like that particular one, it belongs only to you, like it's totally done from scratch. So I mean, if you want, I can show you. I can show you a bit if you want.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
If you just hit the screen share.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. So here is where the magics happen.
That is a lot of mapping.
So you see, like this is like so what I did is the system to generate all these things, and this is like how it looks at the end. Kind of like this is just a rough. This one is not on the collection, okay? So don't go crazy.
Screenshot.
But you know, like this, for every single step here, there's one thing that I had to come up with. The idea of like doing this thing like this is like, it's just like I spent so much time on this, and I feel really like relieved in that I put this out in the really made like everything I could to have like the best thing I could ever imagine, in a sense of like this is the maximum I could do. I didn't took one step back. Everything I could, I maxed out every single thing I could. So and then I have the whole body, but for this we don't need the whole body yet. So yeah, I mean it's just sorry guys, it's just like I'm so obsessive with this. Like it's a bit mad is the way, you know, like it's a bit mad. Sorry.
All good. Yeah, I want to say, like, how long did it take that to render each of those?
Yeah.
So it takes
3090s.
Like, it takes like 1.5 minutes to generate one,
Nice,
and it takes like 5 to 9 minutes to render on 6 3090s. So it's like a lot of time.
That's a lot of 3090s. I can't even get one. I can't even get a
hash
3060.
power.
I'm happy that I did everything like before the review, so it would be like hell if I had to like to do it like you know, like do the seeds first and then like have to produce, like, you know, it would be mad.
That would have been forever.
Yeah.
Also, let's see if there are a few questions here. I guess we'll be wrapping up some of the fireside chat here, but yeah, any last few questions here that anybody has?
Yeah, I had a question. We know that you have close ties with the Artifact team, and just 2 questions here. How did you first meet Ben and the Artifact team, and also which originals did you work on Artifact or CloneX, if any? Because I'm gonna go grab those. No one else did.
So for the I mean, I met Ben like I guess it was like 4 years ago. Like I was like the first thing I put on Superherd, the Exometa, was like I put on Twitter and got a bit like viral. Like it was like Kojima was like retweeting. It was like a lot of like people, what the fuck is this? That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. And he approached me. He was working on like esports, and it's like, whoa, that's so cool, man, let's do some stuff together. And like since then we've been like doing many things together. Like we worked like on I guess 1 or 2 startups of him. Like we've been doing like things together like since we first met. He always like kind of like supporting my vision and my work, you know. Like there's a really particular thing on my like on my vision that's a kind of like of the uniqueness of like each object, you know, like trying to give the object the same thing of like we have as beings, you know, in a sense of like not having a soul but having a really like uniqueness attached to it, you know, like only you can have it, like something like this. And he was always like supporting my vision, and yeah, was has been like a crazy ride. And about the CloneX, I'm not gonna tell you.
No alpha leaks.
Awesome. I think I guess we'll be wrapping up here. I guess any last closing thoughts you'd like to share, and definitely, you know, we'll keep up with the journey and everything as well too. You know, as you said, this is just the beginning, and we'll definitely love to have you again once we get to the next chapter again.
No, I'm really glad that you guys invite me. So I'm really grateful for this space. Sorry if I was a bit nervous and saying like crazy stuff, but you know, like at the end of the day, we just trying to do something that we believe, and I believe a lot on this, you know, like and I wouldn't like put all my life on this, like if I thought it doesn't work or doesn't it has nothing to bring on the table. So yeah, I mean it has been like really crazy, like to see all the reactions, people going crazy and doing all the reviews and everything. And I'm really grateful for everyone that joined me on this, and they have like a bit of myself on their wallets.
Well, I'm gonna print mine out, so not only in the wallet.
Yeah, I want to print mine out too. I have some really dope ones. I was like, okay.
Last question: are we going to see you in New York?
Yes.
Oh, in New York, I see. I mean, actually, I never went to US. I kind of
Oh
like
no, okay. Well,
for some reason, I don't know, because I'm Brazilian or something. Like I got like I tried to like go to US like twice, and they got my visa rejected twice. I guess it's because I don't know, like look like this. I don't know, or too crazy. So they never allow me to get there. So maybe it will be easier, maybe to I don't know, maybe do something on Europe or something like that. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I will be able to do anything on US.
that's unfortunate, but yeah, we'll definitely look to link up and in another future event as well too, and everything. But yeah, I want to say thanks again for joining us at NFTCON, and also thanks again for all the work you've done, and looking forward to more in the future as well too.
That's dope, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.